Good morning, school. Now, this Sunday sees the annual AMPAS Award, the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences, although we, of course, know them best as the Oscars. So I thought I'd take a few moments to talk about the Academy Awards, what they are, why they're important, and share some of the history behind the awards. The first Oscars were held in 1929. They were the brainchild of a group of studio owners, directors, and writers who wanted to honour outstanding achievement, legitimise the medium of cinema, and really generate much needed ticket sales. The first awards were attended by about 270 people, and the awards themselves, the design of which has never really changed, were originally cast in bronze. There were 15 awards that first night, celebrating acting, directing, cinematography, writing, and costumes. In the modern ceremony, there are 24 awards presented. The first ever Oscar was Best Actor, awarded to Emil Jannings for his role in The Last Command. Since that first night, more than 3,000 statuettes have been presented. They've been made by the same company for the last 97 years. The Oscar statue itself stands 13.5 inches tall and weighs in at 8.5 pounds. Oscar is gold plated, he carries a sword and is stood on a reel of film, and the film reel features 5 spokes signifying the 5 branches of the Academy: actors, directors, producers, technicians and writers. Officially named the Academy Award of Merit, the statuette is best known by its nickname, the Oscar. While the origins of the name aren't clear, a popular story has it upon seeing the trophy for the first time, the Academy librarian and eventual executive director Margaret Herrick remarked that it looked like her Uncle Oscar. An interesting fact about the Oscar statue is that it's forbidden to sell it. Each award has on it a small engraved plaque that forbids it to be sold without first offering the Academy the right to buy it back at the cost of $1. There have been very rare occasions when an Oscar statuette has been sold. After a long court battle, Michael Jackson bought the Gone with the Wind Best Picture Oscar for $1.5 million in 1999. The voting process for who actually gets an Oscar is actually a really complicated one. The Academy has over 10,000 members who are made up of industry professionals. To become an Academy member, candidates must be sponsored by 2 existing members. Alternatively, the other way to become a member is to be nominated yourself for an Oscar. A smaller committee will then select a list of films eligible for Oscar consideration. This year there were over 300. And then through a series of votes, the list is narrowed down to the final nominees and eventually the winner. With it being a vote, there are very rarely ties where 2 candidates get identical numbers of votes. And on 6 occasions, the Oscar has been shared. Most famously when Barbra Streisand and Katharine Hepburn tied in 1969 for Best Actress for their roles in The Lion in Winter and Funny Girl, respectively. The final award of the evening is always Best Picture, seen by many as the most important award. You can see some of the recent winners here. Maybe one of these is your favourite movie. But the choice is not always as straightforward or widely agreed upon. Some of the greatest films in cinematic history did not win Best Picture. Citizen Kane in 1941, It's a Wonderful Life in 1946, To Kill a Mockingbird 1962, Star Wars 1977 and Brokeback Mountain 2005 all failed to win Best Picture. Perhaps unbelievably, in 1991, Scorsese's masterpiece Goodfellas lost out to the ponderous Dances with Wolves. Whilst they are known for glitz and glamour, the Oscars can also be controversial. Will Smith slapping the host Chris Rock for making a joke about his wife. Warren Beatty reading out the wrong name and erroneously declaring La La Land the winner for Best Picture rather than Moonlight. Tatum O'Neal won her Oscar at only 10 years old for her role in Paper Moon, whilst in 1977 Marlon Brando famously refused to accept his Best Actor Oscar for The Godfather. Instead, he sent activist Sacheen Littlefeather to refuse the award on his behalf as a protest over the discriminatory depiction of and practices towards Native American actors in the film industry. The acting awards can also be controversial. Some of Hollywood's most successful actors and actresses have never won an Oscar, including Tom Cruise, Glenn Close, George Lucas, Willem Dafoe, Ian McKellen, Ralph Fiennes, Sigourney Weaver, Christopher Lee, Richard Burton and Harrison Ford. And many suspect that the Academy can also give awards due to sentimentality. Morgan Freeman won his Oscar for his role in $1 Million Baby, a decision many feel was a consolation award for him missing out so often earlier in his career. Dame Judi Dench won a Best Supporting Actress for her role in Shakespeare in Love, even though she's only in the film for 5 minutes, with many suspecting this was more a recognition of a career rather than a specific role. So who knows who will be celebrating on Sunday night? These are the Best Picture Oscar nominations. There are 2 musicals, Wicked and Amelia Perez, in running for the big prize, while Conclave seems to be the favourite to win. Whatever happens, it's sure to be another exciting night in Hollywood. Okay, thank you, school.